What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel and to another episode of Timberborn. Our colony is developing wonderfully. We have our two districts, Beaver Hollows over there in the distance, and the forestry district over here, which now has a forest, so it has a name that is actually befitting of itself. The last episode, it saw us going ahead and completing the new and improved water pumping station, where we have our backup pumps lowered down to a depth of 2, and we have our pumps up top, which actually drains all the water off of it once it is flooded. So we don't have to worry about adjusting our triple floodgate anymore. We can just actually leave that down or pull it up to 1.5. It's currently set at 1.5 right now. The water ever runs down, and it's actually empty right now, so we can go ahead and just lower this all the way down, because none of these pumps on the outside can actually get to the water anymore, so we're actually not utilizing anything. So we'll lower that. This will start flooding inside of here, and then the beavers will start pumping and then filling up all the water tanks. Now, speaking of filling up all the water tanks, we currently have an issue where all of our water tanks are currently full. We are sitting on 4,600 water, but we want to get more. So we're going to have to expand the amount of water tanks that we actually have. And the best spot for that would be right here next to the water pumps. So as soon as they pump the water from this area, they can just deposit it directly into the water tanks. So let's go to our paths and structures. We'll grab some triple platforms, and we'll place down a few of these, running it over to here and kind of filling in this little area. There we go. So the combination of triple, double, and single platforms to be able to get everything laid out. And then we'll go to water. We'll grab the large water tanks, and we'll place down a few of these right over here. And we can fit 3 of them in right there. Perfect. So now, once these get built, let's run a path to them, so that way we can get them all connected up right away, so we can get them filled up. Because what was happening is we were sitting on all of this water inside of the reservoir, and because all the tanks were getting filled up, we are actually wasting the water because it's starting to evaporate, and we're not capitalizing on as much of it as we possibly can. So with these 3 large water tanks, we should be able to get another 1,200 water, which is pretty good. We actually want the beavers to focus on getting this water tank over here finished first, and we're going to set all of this to the highest priority so that we can get that done as fast as possible. We also got the first phase of our hydroelectric plant finished, so now we need to jump on to the second phase. But before we do that, we got some dynamite over here. We're going to go ahead and detonate these and start blowing some holes into the ground. Dynamite. So nice. We want to start laying everything out so that the beavers can actually start working on stuff and start getting to the top layer of the power plant. We're going to grab some more levees, and we're going to place a few levees here. I think that even if we do block this off, we should be able to get to everything back here once we start running our path in. So we're going to drop down 2 blocks there, and then we'll run this coming all the way over. Setting up the dynamite here, we'll start clearing out a little reservoir on this side to hold the water that will be running down through our power plant, and then the excess water will start overflowing, and then this is what this little runoff is here for. But once all of this is ready, we'll go ahead and we'll blow the hole in here to allow the water to run off and come into our little canal that we have back here to be able to run out into the waterfall to go down to the center of the map. So we'll let the beavers come over. Once they finish with the water pumps, they'll come over, they'll start working on this, and then we can actually put down a stair. So we'll need to put a stair here. We'll have them build up the rest of these blocks to get everything else laid out. We will need to put down some more blocks all the way down here. And this area back here, we have to fill everything in. This is what the next step that the beavers need to do. We'll get all of this laid out, and hopefully we can make it all the way in to get all the way to the back to start building the rest of this stuff up. Let's see if we can set things to like higher priority to be able to get stuff done. All right, so this is how we're gonna have this set up. We're waiting for them to come over and start getting this stuff worked on. And I don't think we need to set this at a higher priority for anything. We just wanna make sure that they come over and they kind of build this stuff that's in the back first to be able to build from the back and then to the front. I probably should have highlighted all of this from the back up front first before highlighting this stuff, but I kind of want them to get this all finished off. So once they're done with this, we'll start going in and start putting down the remainder of the stuff and see how everything goes. For the forestry district, we did run into a little bit of a snag. I noticed that we needed to have some haulers over here to kind of help with the beavers who were in the water pumping stations. So we're going to go to our paths again, grab some platforms, and we're going to put it like right across from our district center. Then we can go ahead and grab the hauling post and put that hauling post right there. So once they get all of this done, it means that we will need more beavers over in this district to be able to work inside of the hauling post, and a maximum of 10 beavers. And we currently don't have all 4 beavers inside of our district center working as builders anyways. We did go ahead and put down a few log piles over here. So we have this one here, and then we have another one that is up on this side. Oh, really? Unfortunately, this doesn't come all the way down to get these trees right here. Oh, that really sucks. I guess we'll probably just leave that there. This actually needed to be a lot further down here to be able to get that. I didn't realize, I didn't calculate that properly. That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna demolish this. Now this is definitely overkill to be able to do this, and we're getting rid of a lot of the trees, but it's fine. We're not short on logs. We're over 1,000 logs right now. We did set up a dam right here, so that way we can actually go ahead and blow open this stuff here to allow more water to be able to freely flow out, so that way we don't have a backup of water coming into our area down here to start flooding any of our building once the water starts coming back in. Hopefully this works. We'll start with just this section here. So we have 1.4 days until the drought is ended and we start getting some water in the colony again, but we do want to start setting our sights on going down to the center of the map so that we can start getting into some more of these ruins and start getting some more scrap metal so that we can unlock some more stuff. Speaking of more stuff, we have 6,300 science, and I'm going to go through and unlock almost everything. We have the underground warehouse for 1,000 science. This takes 40 gears, 80 planks, and 20 logs to build. We're gonna go ahead and we want to see how big this is. We can fit one or maybe even a couple of them over in this section. So let's go ahead and slap down one of these and see what everything looks like with us storing all of our goods from the forestry district inside of here. We have our last water tank that is filled up. The beavers are now bringing all of our water into these tanks up here, which is not what I want them to do because they're emptying all the tanks down here. Pumping has kind of been halted. Why are we... Oh, we're losing beavers. We had a bunch of beavers that died. Let's figure out where they all went. We only have 4 beavers inside of the pumps, and it's the pumps up here that we're actually not using. We have no beavers inside of our workhouses. We have 11 children in this district alone. We now have 5 beavers in the water pumping station. Hopefully we start getting the children growing up relatively soon because the wet season is coming along, and I would really want to be able to start accumulating more water again, even though we still have like 3,000 water inside of storage, and these guys should be more than enough to be able to keep everything going. I do want to mention that I did start sending bread over to this district as well, because we were accumulating so much bread over in the other district that we just had to start shipping some of it out. And now the drought has ended, which is great, but we still have to wait another day before the water actually runs down here. These guys have nothing to do, but that's fine. Hauling post is ready. None of the trees over here are going to be ready. This is finished. Let's go ahead and detonate that as well. And let's put down our water dump. We need to send some more gears over to this district, say 10 gears over here at all times. We don't need to have a crazy amount. This situation has been fixed. We now have an increase of 1,200 water that we can store. We should now start looking over here, which, yep, they have started laying out everything and they're working back here to get all of this stuff built up as fast as possible. Let's go ahead and detonate this dynamite right here. We should be able to go down one more level in here because the beavers should be able to reach that, and then we can put a triple platform down here. Yeah, that will work. So while the beavers are actually working on the hydroelectric plant, we want to start coming over to this section, and what we want to do we want to set this area up in a way where we can actually make a natural staircase so that we can start getting down to the center of the map down here. We don't have to do that because there is a natural stair all the way over here, but to be able to get all the way over here, we would have to build multiple chains of districts from over in this section and run it all the way over to be able to start using this natural staircase that's over on this side. Plus, we'll still have to build some stairs. So I decided I'll just do my own. I want to start blowing some holes or clearing up a lot of this stuff up here. If we can reach to put down some dynamite, and we can, I'm going to clear this whole cliff face off. The water is coming back on this side. Hooray. And this did last quite a long time. We didn't refill this reservoir here, which we kind of don't need to because we have the water dumps all over the place now, so we can actually just leave this and let it get dry. It's not a big issue anymore. All of our trees up here have been planted, which is fantastic. We are missing some trees back here. Can we reach? Ah, no, we cannot. Okay, that's fine. We're not short on trees. All right, the water is back. We're now starting to fill up our reservoir here again. Remember that we did block off this area, so we should expect to start getting a ton of water down here. And so we are supposed to expect some flooding because there's nothing else that we can really do to kind of stop it. So we'll just have to deal with it. We don't need this many builders because they're pretty much just going to go and start hauling stuff around. And they did go ahead and get this finished. Awesome. So the underground warehouse has been finished. Let's go ahead and run a road, connect that up, and let's go ahead. Let's see how this looks. That looks pretty sick right here. That is pretty nice. So we can start storing up a whole bunch of stuff over here. Beautiful. The reservoir is now starting to fill up. This is starting to flood, which is great. Now we can start unpausing these buildings up here again. And how many beavers? Man, we do not have a lot of beavers working anymore. The water dumps, we're going to pause the beavers that are actually in the water dumps so we can get some beavers over into the water pumps, because the water dumps should be perfectly fine. Whenever we have a drought coming around again, we'll put beavers back over here. We need way more beavers working inside of the pumping stations so that we can get more and more water. So all of those has been paused. We have 9 beavers working now inside of the water dumps. But which water dump are you working in? 9? 4, 7? That's only 7. Where are the other? I don't know. I don't have a clue. But these pumps are now running, which is perfectly fine. Once we start getting the baby beavers coming around, we have 10. So we have 1 beaver that's unemployed. We can just start having them work up here and just refill all of our tanks. Once all of our tanks are filled, we'll just start putting them back to start doing some other stuff. Did they build that dynamite? Yes, they did. So with this, let's detonate this one as well. There we go. Let's go to our paths. Let's grab the double platform. All right, so we have another drought coming in, and I still can't place this stupid platform in here. There we go, guys. Finally got it to work in there. The dynamite's over here. Let's go ahead and detonate all of these. There we go. Detonate all of these. And we can start detonating these. The plan is to make a nice little staircase coming down. Right now, we can start off by putting a stair right there, and we'll set this to the highest priority because we want to get all of this done as fast as possible. Then we will need to get another dynamite, and we're probably going to have to use dynamites to come all the way up here because we need to get in, build that, and then start blowing our way down. So it looks like we have created a balance of not flooding any of our areas down here. So this is running really great. The runoff, I guess, with this little area here where we blew open that one section is allowing enough water to flow out and off into this direction without sending too much water down here. And water pumps, looks like we are about to be filled up on water again. We're now up to almost 4,900 water. We still have 2 tanks up here that's not completely full. Well, 3 of them that's not completely full. So we should be able to get some more water here. I don't think we have to worry about any more droughts going forward. I think we're doing relatively good for ourselves. Bread is starting to dip down a little bit here, but that's not a big issue. You can see what we're going to be doing here. Just continuing to put some stairs in and then to continue to blow most of this up as we continue to move down further and further down here. So we'll go ahead and we'll blow. Oh, wait. Let's not blow that one yet. Let's leave that one for now, just in case if we need to get over to this other side, because I'm having a feeling that we might need to kind of turn one and then start blowing up some more over on this side. So let's actually leave that section there. So 1 day until the drought comes in. We'll see how long this drought goes for, and then we'll see how far we get with all of this stuff. We'll set this to the highest priority because we want them to work on this first. How the heck do I have 5 unemployed beavers over here now? Whoa, 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 whoa. How is this? Ah, this is flooding. Shoot. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we are starting to have a little bit of a flood. What we could have done was actually put a floodgate over here. So let's get rid of one of these, and we'll release the water pressure a little bit, and then we'll put a floodgate right here. Best use of this, so that way when we want enough water to come over to our colony, we'll close the floodgate and allow the water to run in. But when we don't, we can just open this floodgate and allow the water to go back. Why didn't I think of this before? Ah, come on. The water stopped running on the waterfall here. Oh, there we go. I was wondering what was going on. So we have a drought that started. It's for 14 days. We should be perfectly fine. So this is going to take some time to be able to get all the way down here. We're now sitting at 5,600 water, almost 5,700 water. All of our tanks are pretty much full. Our beavers actually have nothing to do inside of the water pumps. So I'm going to pause a few of these just to kind of get the ones that we took out of the water dumping stations and put them back in there. So that way I don't run into something where I have my crops dying again, like in the previous episode. The water pumping stations down here, we're hardly using them because they're keeping up with everything. We have a bunch of wheat, too much wheat. So we're not processing it fast enough to get the bread, but we are running out of bread, it looks like, because that's been going down. We had 600 and something bread and we're down to like 500. So let's keep an eye on that one. We might need another bakery in the near future because we are supporting 2 colonies. You know what? That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and let's get another bakery. It doesn't cost any power to be able to run it. Where are we going to put this though? We can put another platform right there and then just slap this bakery down. Let's connect this up with the path. This way we'll have more than enough bread coming in. We have 2 grist mills over there, which is getting a lot more flour. Oh, we're running out of flour. That's so that bakery was actually keeping up. Let's put that on pause for now. Looks like the beavers have gotten this stuff done over here. I did put this platform in right here, so that way we can walk across, because I am going to start detonating this one to start blowing this up so that we can bring this down a little bit lower. We have the ones inside there already done, so this should be high priority. And then we'll go ahead and detonate both of these. We'll place one more stair, and we're almost at the bottom. And I'm looking at this, and we are going to need to kind of demolish most of this some more. So let's get a few more dynamites, and we're gonna go probably and then set all of this to high priority. So this is coming along relatively nicely. I like how it's operating. Let's turn that, get that built up, and then we'll build this up to there. Dynamite has started being laying down on this side, setting these to another high priority so that the beavers can come and start laying this stuff in. Literally, the drought is going on and I can't pump any more water because we have way too much water over here. More explosions. Woo! That's pretty cool. Okay, let's pause real quick. For this section here on the power plant, we'll definitely need to go down one more level to be able to do exactly what I want. We're gonna set a stair, and then we're gonna put down some more dynamite down in this section. And the reason we're doing it like this is because we're gonna use the ground, instead of putting down more levees, we're gonna use the land as a natural barrier. So that's fine. We don't need this to be on top priority. They can just build that whenever they see fit. This one though, we do. Let's get that on top priority. All right, guys, so I'm looking at this, and I might need to put a large wind turbine over on this section because these small ones, they stop too frequently. Isn't the large wind turbine only 1 block? It is only 1 block. Okay, so let's get rid of this and hope that the large wind turbine one large wind turbine should be more than enough. Let's put this large wind turbine right here and get it connected up. We only need 1 over here. I probably won't even need the rest of these. So let's place this right here, and let's set this to a higher priority so that we can get this done as fast as possible. Now, for the hydroelectric plant, everything... Oh, no, I forgot to... I forgot to unpause this. So now they can't get to it. We'll just get rid of that. Oh, that was such a waste. Everything here is looking good phase 2 is actually underway. My only concern right now is the fact that I think I probably made a mistake in building up this whole bottom layer first. I should have probably built up all of this to where we needed it to be, because I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to reach with our district center, because our district center range only comes up to like this right here. Even if we run the path, it probably won't extend anywhere over here, I don't think, but we can see. So once they finish building that, we will just kind of set the layout for phase 3 to start going underway. So we're almost down to the bottom. Now we will need a stair facing this way, and then we need to detonate everything along here. That's going to be 1, 2, and then we should be able to get all the way down to the bottom, because if we have a triple platform, yeah, we should be able to go down with a triple platform. How much dynamite do we have left? Not enough. Okay, yeah. So we're running out of dynamite because we still have to place all the dynamite in here to be able to blow all of this up. So I think one more level, and then we should be able to come all the way down to the bottom. So since phase 2 is almost done, and we can't reach anything back here to build the rest of this up, we're going to go and we're going to start laying out for phase 3. So we're going to start off with a stair, and we need to go up from this section right here. And then we have to get some more of these levees placed in. So something like this, running it all the way back. I want to make sure that we can actually walk on all of this. So we're going to need a stair here. And then we need to get the path ran so that we can move around everywhere up here to be able to go and get all of this stuff built. Once we get all of this dynamite placed in and we kind of blow this up a little bit further. Oh, beaver's stranded. What beaver? 2 beavers stranded? Buddy. What am I going to do with you guys? Set this to high priority. Come on, build this, guys. Don't let them die. How are we over here? We have 1 more dynamite. It's being delivered. There we go. So once they place that, we can go ahead and detonate this. I wonder if I detonate this, will it kill the beaver? Let's not risk it. Let's go ahead, detonate. Nice. Now we'll place this last stair right there. We'll go to a double platform. We want the double platform here. Then we want a stair. Oh, nope. We want a single. Perfect. There we go. And this is now our way all the way down to the center of the map. This is fantastic. We now have a way to come all the way down here, and we can hopefully start making our way over to the center to start collecting up some more scrap metal. So I think this is a good spot to go ahead and call it an episode. The beavers will come down and start getting this built eventually. We will increase the priority of this though, since we really want this to be finished. There we go. Increase the priority of that so we'll get all the beavers down to be able to come and build this. And I think our district does actually cover. Oh, maybe not. Just maybe not. Hold on. Let's see. Does it actually cover it? Does it go all the way down there? Yes, it does. Okay, we're good. We're fine. False alarm, false alarm, false alarm. This is working. Yep, it does look like it did extend the range. So yeah, we should be able to build up all of this. That's not an issue now. We are good. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode here. We now have phase 2 pretty much completed. We're waiting for the dynamites to be laid inside here to increase the storage for the water reservoir. Then we're waiting for the beavers to finish constructing the remainder of these blocks up here. Then we'll kick off phase 3. We now have access to the center of the map where we will be looking to get to the scrap metal that's over here so that we can make more explosives, then kind of turn this center area into our living area for our beavers. Now this is massive and it's a lot of work to kind of clear out all of this scrap metal, but it should be pretty fun to do. So with that, I'm gonna call it here. Come back for the next episode if you guys want to see the completion of phase 3 of our hydroelectric power plant. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and until next time everyone, big up on yourself.